Hello and welcome to our journey to the Dark Tower. We are following Roland and we are climbing the tower. Do you have to have read the Dark Tower to do this? No. Do you have to be reading or even want to read the Dark Tower to do this? No. This is just a readathon, Stephen King flavored. Let's go over what's happening, and then you're going to click on the link below and you're going to go join Team Susanna, because that is my team. I am hosting one of the teams and we need to win. Okay? So you're going to watch this video. You're going to click the link below and you're going to come join Team Susanna for October's Dark Tower Readathon. Okay, I am pretty much out of the way right now, I can tell. So the first thing you need to know is there are no team prompts. Everybody gets the same prompts no matter what. There are 19 prompts. That's a Stephen King thing. That's all I'm going to say about that. There are 19 prompts. They're divided into groups of threes. So prompts 1 through 3 give you a certain number of points. In this case, it's 50. And then each set of 3 goes up 50 points from there. Yes, you can start with prompt number 19 that gives you the most points, and you can go work your way down the list if you want to do the most possible points. There are also bonuses for page numbers. So if you read a book that has 0 to 99 pages or a graphic novel or manga, you get 0 bonus points. That does not mean you get 0 points. You get 0 bonus points. So you're going to get prompt points and page points, okay? That's how it works. That is all. So it's very easy this time, very simple to follow. This thing that we're looking at today, for me to tell you all of the prompts, this is available on Jake's Discord, also linked down below. So go find it, sign up for the Dark Tower Readathon, tell them that you want to be on Team Susanna, and then come join me. I guess fine. If you want to be on Team Jake or Team Eddie or Team Oi, if you've read the series, Oi is the cutest. So I totally get if you want to be on Oi's team and not Susanna. But whatever. Susanna's team is going to win. So if you want to be on the cute team, go be on Oi's team. If you want to be on the winning team, come to Team Susanna. Okay. The first 3 prompts give you 50 points each. We have all things serve the beam. You get a free book, mood read, whatever you want. All things serve the readathon. Any book you want to read counts. Okay, so you're automatically going to get 50 points. Then if that book has 350 pages, you're going to get an extra 300 bonus points. Got it? So 350 points for reading that book for this prompt. I'm not going to go through and give you an example of every one of them. I just wanted to do that at the beginning. Prompt number 2, The Wastelands. Read a spooky book. That's it. If it's spooky to you, it's spooky. Okay? No questions asked. Number 3, The Drawing of the Three. Read a book in a trilogy. You don't have to read the whole trilogy. You don't have to finish it ever. You can read book 1, you can read book 2, you can read book 3. Read a book in a trilogy. Each of those prompts gets you 50 points for the prompt. These 3 get you prompts. 4 to 6 get you 100 points per prompt. Number 4, Wizard in Class. Read a book with a magic user. Wizard, witch, sorcerer, it doesn't matter. Magic user counts as wizard in class. Number 5, Oi. He's a Billy Bumbler. Like, that's the type of animal that Oi is. It's like a raccoon dog is kind of how we've been describing it. Anyway, read a book with an animal companion. Whatever it is, animal companion, it counts. If you're reading The Dark Tower, Oi is definitely an animal companion. Then finally, number 6, there are other worlds than these. Read a book not set on Earth. Pretty simple, easy to do. Prompts 7 through 9 give you 150 points for each one of them. Number 7 is Jake. Okay, there is a character in the Dark Tower named Jake, and then the guy who is running this whole readathon is called Jake. So you're going to read one of Jake's favorites. His wife, Stacy, has linked his Goodreads down in the Discord group. So it's under the frequently asked questions section. So where it says fact, she's got it listed under there. You click on that, it'll take you to his Goodreads, and you can look. He has pages of 4 and 5-star reviews on Goodreads. You can pick anything that he has given a 4 or 5-star review. And it's wide open, a ton of genres, a bunch of different books. I looked through it today, probably 3 or 4 pages of it today. There's lots of stuff. Number 8, Quartet. This is another Dark Tower thing. If you don't know about it, it's totally fine. But it means in a group, kind of. So read a Discord buddy read. There are lots of Discord buddy reads on Jake's Discord, so you just have to pick one of those. Also, in the facts section of the Discord, Stacy has listed every one of the books that they are reading for October. You can pick one of those and read that. Number 9, you have forgotten the face of your father. Read a book featuring a dysfunctional family. You get to decide. You read this book and say, this family's dysfunctional. There you go. It counts. Dysfunctional family. Prompts 10 through 12 get you 200 points each. Number 10, the world has moved on. Read a book with a setting that is dystopian, post-apocalyptic, or cataclysmic. There you go. I mean, you can look it up on Goodreads. It'll almost always say dystopian, post-apocalyptic. I don't know that I've seen one that says cataclysmic, but whatever, the same thing. A natural disaster. I'll just tell you that if you want one that's 1,000 pages, you can read The Stand. That counts. Anyway, number 11, Eddie. Read a book featuring a brotherhood or bromance. I love this so much. If you do know the Dark Tower and you do know Eddie, I love that this is the prompt that they chose for Eddie. It's the best. So anyway, that's up to you. A brotherhood or a bromance, you're like, here it is. Right here is the perfect brotherhood. I immediately thought of the Gentleman Bastard series by Scott Lynch. Totally fits. I'm not supposed to be here for recommendations. I've already given you 2. I'm done. The Wind Through the Keyhole. Read a short story or novella collection. That is something that Stephen King definitely is known for. He has a lot of those. A brand new one came out that's called You Like It Darker. I literally said I'm not doing them. I'm not doing recommendations. Okay, prompts 3 to 15 get you 250 points each. Randall Flagg. Read a book that's part of a larger universe. So like a companion novel that is set in a larger thing. So I was about to give you another recommendation. That's a different video. Stop it. Number 14, The Dark Tower. Read an author's magnum opus. So that's like their most famous work, what they're known for. That's not really what magnum opus is. It's kind of like your lifelong work that you've worked your whole life for. And sometimes people's most famous work is not like what they feel like is their magnum opus. But read an author's magnum opus. Then number 15, Roland, the Gunslinger. Read a book with a main character that's either an anti-hero or morally gray. This is also up to you to decide. You get to say, this character is morally gray. Okay. You might have to do some negotiations depending on who else has read that book and they might disagree with you, but that's okay. Finally, prompts 16 through 18 are worth 300 points each. Song of Susanna. Read a book that somehow relates to music. Anything that relates to music. Number 17, The Crimson King. Read a book featuring corrupt royalty or leadership. Doesn't have to be royal, can also just be corrupt leadership. Number 18, Wolves of the Kala. Read a book featuring a kidnapping. It doesn't matter what it is. A mystery where somebody gets kidnapped, doesn't have to be fantasy, whatever. Finally, the last prompt is worth 400 points. Prompt 19, Long Days and Pleasant Nights. Read a long Stephen King book. I am going to show you. I'm going to show you the list that is right here. Let me make it bigger. These are the list of the Stephen King books that are long. The criteria was they had to be over 700 pages long in their standard editions or 20 plus hours on audio. So we have The Stand, Different Seasons, Christine, The Talisman, Skeleton Crew, It, The Tommyknockers, 4 Past Midnight, Needful Things, Insomnia, Nightmares and Dreamscapes, Desperation, Wizard and Glass, Bag of Bones, Hearts in Atlantis, Dreamcatcher, Black House, Wolves of the Kala, The Dark Tower, Duma Key, Under the Dome, 11/22/63, Sleeping Beauties, The Bazaar of Bad Dreams, Fairy Tale, and You Like It Darker. So, if you want to get the full points for this, but you are worried, you've never read a Stephen King, or you're just worried that they're going to be too scary, come to me, send me a message, either down in the description or on Discord, and say, can you please tell me what these are? I've read almost every one of these long books. There's a few that I have not, and I'm planning on picking one that I have not read before that I want to read, but I've read almost all of them on this list. So I can kind of give you an idea of what the scary elements are. Some of them are not scary at all. They're just long. So if you are interested, but you're worried about which one to pick, maybe there's things that you don't want to read about at all. I mean, I get you. And so we can kind of go through this list a little bit more one-on-one and talk about the things that you are interested in that you want to do. That might be easier on Discord, but if you're not on Discord, put it down in the comments below and we can talk about it down there. No problem. So that's it. Those are the 19 prompts. You get bonus points for page numbers. That's all you have to know. Now, Stacy did do the math on it because as we were planning this, somebody asked, like, can somebody read super short books, like 200 pages, and do all 19 of them rather than people reading only 5 or 6 of them that are 1,000 pages? Like, how is that going to equal out? And it is so close to the same. It's like 50 points different. If you read 6,000-page books, it's about the same number of pages too, by the way. But if you read like the 6 hardest prompts, or not hardest, but the ones that are worth the most points, if you read 6 of those and each book is 1,000 pages, your total is going to be 7,800 points. Then if you read all the prompts and everything is between 200 and 299, except for the one book on prompt 19 that has to be over 700 pages, then you're going to end up with 7,850 points. So you're going to get 50 more points. That is also in the Discord, that little chart where she figured that all out and she explains it there. So there's not really a strategy for reading smaller or larger or whatever. My strategy, if you know that you cannot read 18 normal size books and 1 giant book in a month, is my advice is start with the hardest prompts and work your way backwards. Even if you just straight skip prompt 19 and you're like, I'm never going to read a 700-page book in a month, or that's the only thing I'm going to read, then don't worry about it. Like, skip that one and you can start with prompt 18 and just work your way backwards, 18, 17, 16, till you are done with all that you can do for the month. That way, you're just getting the most points possible for prompts in case you don't get them all done. I'm going to go ahead and plan a book for every prompt. I will be discussing that in the video that's coming out next. I'm going to film it right after this. So yes, I'll be wearing the same clothes. I will see you in the next video. Go join Team Susanna. Okay, bye.